The project we worked on in grade 12 was a cross-curricular project that we named Pandora's box. The act of doing a simple task such as opening a box could have great consequences or terrible consequences. And so all the grade 12s together were looking at the concept of what are the potentials of nuclear energy in the future, 10, 20, 30 years from now, when we have a real potential energy crisis on our hands. On every table, they had a box that was all chained up. So they opened the box and there's a glowing stick inside representing a radioactive isotope, and there was a driving question on the inside of the box. Can a single isotope solve world problems? In most cases in grade 12, all the classes, all the subjects are very segregated. In the real world, many times, biology is not by itself, chemistry is not by itself. They're always integrated with something else. Politics, geography, all these different subjects can be brought together. So we really try to take aspects of physics, biology, chemistry, math, the social sciences, bring it together in a project where we could take aspects of the curriculum that they're actually demonstrating through their research and their debates and their presentations. We had all the grade 12s from all the core subjects in groups, researching individual topics with really a specialized aspect to it where they were given roles. The student actually opened up an envelope, and inside the envelope was a letter addressed to them from the United Nations. And each of the students actually had a role that they assumed, such as doctors, senators, physicists, roles that have been customized to each of their interests so that they really feel like this is something personal to them. Generally, someone who was assigned to be a senator was someone who was also tasked with performing the debate. All their roles were actually directly related to the curriculum outcomes that they were being asked to demonstrate. Through the project, they were able to master the skills that they could apply towards going beyond just research and demonstrating a really creative debate and presentation that they were able to perform in front of all the other students and their peers. When we have a project like this where they're experiencing a scenario that's really interesting, their brain is actually working in quite a different way than it normally would in the classroom. First, we had the introductory phase where we actually explained the project, how the day was going to flow, introduced the scenario. The first amount of work that they actually did was the research module, where they were all working individually within their own teams, collecting and researching information so that they could move on to the next module. The second part consisted of two separate things. The first one was the debaters. The debaters would work together to craft their debate arguments, and the second half of students that weren't involved in the debate directly would work within their own group to put together all their information into one big presentation. And once they had all that information together, they could actually collaborate with the debaters to figure out, okay, we have all the information in front of us. What are the pros? What are the cons against nuclear energy or for nuclear energy? The debate really allows students to focus their skills on how to craft a debate argument, how to initiate crossfires, making sure that their statements are concise and clear. So engaging in a project like Pandora's Box is a great way for students to be outside of the normal classroom environment and experience much more joy than they actually normally experience in the classroom. A project like this is really rewarding for the teachers as well as the students. We get to see them experience ownership in a project that prepares them for the future so they're ready for when they leave high school. It's not just about working in a textbook, it's working on something that is beyond the textbook. Watching them leave with that experience, that was really rewarding for me.